Oh, hold on, I have to mute something. Okay, that should work. Okay, hello, I'm Amy with Lily Bean Designs. Welcome to another live video. Happy Thursday. Hope you guys are doing well. I am painting the free file for this month. I put too much paint on my backer. I got a little carried away with my white paint, so I'm trying to not make a big mess and get this white on here so y'all don't have to sit and watch me paint this part. And I'm actually getting paint on my other pieces, but that's okay. All right. So if you're joining me, just hop in and say hello and tell me what's going on today. Whoops. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you, this is an irregular. It's not irregular. It's an oops backer because I had to cut it twice because my focus was off on my laser. And when I cut it the second time, it cut like just a teensy bit off. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll just use this one for like one of my door hangers that I'm going to paint, just like to hang on my own door. No problem. But the holes for hanging, I don't know if you noticed that, but the holes for hanging are like normally way smaller than that. I had to make them bigger to kind of cover up my boo-boos. So I normally don't make my hanging holes quite that large on my shiplap backers. Hello, Sherry. Hello, Katie. How are y'all doing? Oh, you're welcome for the text. Yes, I did send a text out. If you're not on my text list and did not get notified that I was going live, you can text me at the number on the bottom of the screen, and that will put you on my text list. Okay, so this is a shiplap backer. So shiplap obviously is, it means like the shiplap lines that are going across this backer. You might not be able to see them very well. Hold on, I have a little piece of wood stuck on there because I put a little bit too much paint. So I'm trying to wipe some of my paint off. I can see the lines, but you may not be able to see them on camera. So the way that I made this file, you guys, I included my my split version, which I should actually show you my split version the next time I go live so you can see it if you have not seen it before. But basically, I cut this in half. And I do it so that it's concealed within the shiplap lines. You can kind of see those now that I've wiped some of that paint off. Can you see those? So I just want this to have sort of a whitewashed look. I actually got it a little darker than I wanted, but it'll be okay. So hello, Laura, how are you? So the split is concealed in one of the shiplap lines so that if you have a Glowforge Basic or basically, if you have a Glowforge or a small laser that doesn't have a pass-through door and you want to make an 18-inch door hanger, then you can make one without a pass-through door. So you can cut the two pieces, piece them together, and then there is an attachment piece that goes on the back that you can glue on to keep them together. Okay, so in the file, you'll have this whole version, this whole 18-inch version, and then you'll have the split version. So you can do whichever one you want. And then the pieces that come with it fit an 18-inch backer. So I know some of y'all just buy your backers or you cut them yourselves or whatever. But anyway, the attachment pieces are designed to fit an 18-inch backer. And you can always resize it if you want to. If you know how to resize files, you can always like make it smaller if you want to, or bigger if you want to make it bigger. Whatever you like to do with your files. I know some people like to resize. You can even make like a little tabletop size one if you want to. Hey, Laura and Diana, how are y'all? Okay, I'm just getting this white paint off of me. Look, you guys, I took my nails off the other day. I have not had like natural nails literally in years. I mean, it feels really weird. I'm not promising that I won't put them back on because I'm kind of addicted to them. But so far, it's been a couple of days and I'm hanging in there. And they're not like super fragile like they've been in the past because I was doing the dip. If anybody does the dipping powder, the dipping powder is like not as damaging to your nails as acrylic. So it like your nails are really not like super soft when you take it off. So not as soft as they would be if I had acrylic on. So anyway, if anybody's like into nails and cares about all that. All right, so I've got this backer painted and I'm gonna set it over here on my trash can like I always do because I have nowhere else to set stuff. Yes, dipping is much better for sure. Okay, so we have all our little attachments, and let's see, what do we want to paint first? I haven't even pulled my paint colors out yet. Does that shock y'all that I haven't done that? I'm still in like graduation mode with my daughter and moving and all the things. And sorry, I'm just making sure things are plugged in like they should be so my computer doesn't die. So like I'm trying to go live twice a week, y'all, but I just can't always swing it. So like this week is I'm only able to do this one live. I just couldn't get it together to do more than one live. So it is what it is. I'm trying to get through the month of June and still be a sane person. That's my goal. So we need some browns for our baseball glove. I guess you could make this a softball door hanger if you wanted to, with like the colors of a softball. You could do that. Hold on. Why do I always lose my brown? Oh, I have the big thing of brown. Okay, so I have my big thing of Deco Art dark chocolate. And then I have, I don't know which ones I'm going to use, honey brown and milk chocolate. So I'm probably going to use, I think I'm going to use the honey brown and the dark chocolate. I think that's what I'm doing because I want them to like have enough contrast. Okay, let's get it together today. So what's going on, guys? What's everybody doing? Are y'all busy? Like, I know some people are probably like, why are you still doing graduation stuff in June? Okay, well, let me tell you. Because my friend Kara asked me that today. She's like, I'm confused. Why are your kids still in school? Why is your daughter not graduated yet? Because we have the last freaking county, I swear to you, in the United States of America to graduate, to finish school for the year. Has anybody else not finished school for the year? Or is it just us? Because I have to say, I'm over it. I'm real over it at this point. I feel like this is my last kid to graduate high school, my last public school hurrah. I'm done. She's done. The teachers, I'm sure, are done. We're done. And I feel like the seniors, at least the seniors, should have been out of school by June 1st. Just saying. Just saying. Okay, and you know, I put that paint on there and now I'm rethinking things. Now I'm thinking I might use a dark paint pen for just like the outside part and not use that dark chocolate. That's what I'm probably going to do. All right, I'm going to paint the inside the lighter color, the honey brown, okay? And I'm not going to worry if I'm going outside the lines. I'm not, because I'm using 2 shades of brown and it's going to cover it up. The dark brown is going to cover it up. So it's all good. So as you can see, the lines are scored on here. Can you see that the lines are scored? Let's show you. Yep, the lines are scored on there for the baseball glove. And I'm just trying to do the inside in the honey brown. So, yes, our graduation is really late. I mean, even my other friends in Virginia on Facebook, I feel like they've all graduated, all the counties around us. And I'm like, why are we still in school? Why haven't these kids graduated yet? June 18th. June 18th. That's too late to graduate your seniors. If anybody cares, if anybody is watching who has any control over that, June 18th is too late. Too late. The parents are done. The teachers are done. The students are done. Everyone's done. Is there a password to get this? Okay, so I can't. First of all, I cannot see who is asking, is there a password, because it says Facebook user. If you're watching from a Facebook group, because I'm live in a couple different places. If you're watching from a Facebook group, then you have to click the little StreamYard thing that pops up that says allow StreamYard permission, blah, blah, blah. You have to click that so I can see your name, or else it just says Facebook user. So I'm sorry, I don't know who is asking. Yes, there is a password. I'm not going to tell you the password on the video because you have to go to the link in the video description and you have to get signed up for the free file. And when you sign up, the password is emailed to you instantly. So if you don't see that email instantly within like at least 5 minutes, shouldn't be any longer than 5 minutes. Google has like some security, whatchamacallit, some some things that, that Google does, Gmail, that sometimes it takes a couple minutes for Gmail to come through. I learned that at the Apple store recently. They told me, oh, give it a few minutes for Gmail because Gmail has their, like, what do you call it, y'all? Security? I don't know. I'm telling you, my brain is so fried at this point in June. Brenda, yes, graduation is too late. Did I say that already? That it's too late? It's too late. Okay, so I'm going to color, which I like because it's therapeutic. So I'm going to color the outside with my dark brown Posca pen. And I'm going to try to get in these little... Does anybody talk quietly when you're painting little tiny things? I'm going to get in these little grooves here. So yeah, if you don't see the password within a few minutes, check your junk folder. Check your... Okay, so depending on who your email provider is, email providers set up a few different folders that you don't even know are there. Junk, spam, important, and promotions are the 4 that I know about. If you see any of those, because I've heard that sometimes Gmail sends my emails to their promotions folder. I don't know why. I don't know. So check those folders, and if you still don't see it, then email me at amy@lulubeandesigns.com. And I will get you hooked up with the free file. So this is not part of my membership group. I don't know if anyone that's watching is in my SVG Clubhouse membership group. This is not part of that group, okay? When I do my free files every month, they're just a free file that I offer on my website every month to whoever wants them. So anyone can grab them, but you have to just sign up to get the password. And the password's always the same. So if you've logged in before, or if you have an email from me, like an old email from me, most of my emails, I put the password at the bottom just as a reminder. Like, hey, have you grabbed the free file? If not, this is the password. So if you scroll all the way to the bottom of one of my emails, it should be there. I always try to add it. Your granddaughter graduates on the 16th. Yeah, it's crazy. Are you in Virginia as well? Or do you guys do y'all go late? I know some people do year-round school. I don't, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter for me because like I said, this is my last kid graduating. So it doesn't matter what I think about year-round school, but I'm not a person who wanted year-round school just because I guess it's just the unfamiliar. Like I didn't have year-round school growing up and I liked that summer off, and I don't blame the kids for wanting it as well. Okay, so there's our baseball glove. Oh, in California. Okay. All right. So yeah, there's our little baseball glove. Sorry. When I go right, the camera goes left. It's like in selfie mode, so it's backward to me. It's confusing when I hold things up to the camera. All right. This is the middle of our baseball. Or you'll see when I put it all together, it'll make sense. But this needs to be white. So actually, I can grab my sponge that I threw away with white paint on it. The next box design, I can't give that away yet. I can't tell you what the next box design is going to be quite yet. It's always a surprise. I'm not sure who's asking. Again, it says Facebook user, but she or he is talking about my Club Create-A-Kit. I have 2 clubs. I have the SVG Clubhouse and I have Club Create-A-Kit. And Club Create-A-Kit is a box subscription group. So like if you like to do subscriptions, like a box subscription, a paint kit for your customers, that's what Club Create-A-Kit is. So members of that club get a new file every month for a box kit, and they get all the pictures that go with it, and the social media marketing photos and and all of that. So they get all of that each month, and it's all done for them. But no, we don't release those ahead of time, so I can't tell you what the July one is going to be quite yet. If you want to get on the waiting list for either one of my groups, you can go to svgclubhouse.com or you can go to clubcreativekit.com, and those there are waiting lists that you can get on to be notified when the doors open. Okay, so just painting that like a kind of a whitewash look. I'm not going to do 2 coats. I just want it to be kind of just like a whitewash, you know, not like a solid white. Okay, I don't think I need any more white. I'm just going to toss this. I buy big sponges and I just like cut them all up into pieces, and I use chunks at a time, then I just toss them. It's just easier that way. So I know it's a little bit wasteful, but it's just easier. The sponges are really, really cheap. Okay, so we're going to paint. I'm looking at my picture over here. I have an example so I don't like lose track of what I'm doing. I'm going to do the outline of the home plate in red. Oh, we do have more white. Use another glove. We have to paint the baseball white. Forgot about that. Hello from St. Louis. Awesome. Never been to St. Louis. All right, grabbing my sponge again. I should just keep it set aside in case I need it, not toss it quite yet. All right, so this is our baseball, obviously. Again, we don't need it to be like solid white because we're going to do a little bit of distressing on it. All right, I'll just set that over there in case I need it. And I don't like to get white paint all over me. We are going to do some red for our home plate outline. You could use red paint. I just am grabbing my pen because there's not a whole lot to paint. So the doors to Club Create a Kit are going to be opening, I don't know the exact date, but we're tossing around like the first week of August. So if you want to join that club should be opening around that time. And then the SVG Clubhouse is opening. We just opened, so we're not opening again until September. I'm not sure the date in September, but it's going to be for sure September at some point. But if you want this free file, like I said, this is not part of the club. This is for anybody who wants it. You can click the link in the video description and go grab it. And grab it before June is over. Because after the month is over, then it's not free anymore. You can buy it in my Etsy shop. And if you're in any of my groups at all, I don't mean to like talk about my groups constantly. that was not the intention in this video. I just kind of got onto that topic. But if you're in any of my groups, whether it be my SVG Clubhouse group, they get 50% off my files. But the other groups that are free on Facebook that you guys are probably already watching from, some of you, are Glowforge File Sharers and my Lulu Bean Designs Makers group. Those are just free groups that anybody can join those groups. And when you're in there, you get 20% off my files all the time. So you can go back and get the old free files and get 20% off of those and like all my other files if you want at any time. Okay, so we're going to paint. Let me grab my red pen again. We're going to paint the little lines on the baseball. Okay, so did you guys know I made a baseball file last year or the year before? I think it was last year. It was my baseball tiered tray. And I was informed by quite a few people after I made that file, and I ended up fixing it shortly after, that the little thingamabobs here, well, they're not thingamabobs, they're it's string, right? It's thread, the threads that hold the ball together, the red thread. The stitching, that's the word I'm looking for. The stitching goes in opposite directions on the baseball. Did y'all know that? And I can assure you that if you don't put them in opposite direction, that your baseball fans who buy your products they're going to notice, and they'll tell you about it. They'll tell you like, no, you didn't do it right. I'm making sure I painted the right sides of those. They have to go in different directions. That's just how baseball stitching goes, apparently. I had no idea, so I had to fix that. All right. I'm thinking like, what's a good color for my bat? Let me see. Y'all, I turned my chair around, like the base of it around, so it wouldn't be so creaky. It's a little bit better. Maybe these colors. Okay, so I have Pebble and Warm Beige. I could stain it. I could do like a faux stain because it is a wooden bat, right? I could do that. Let me see what that looks like. If we do the faux stain with maybe milk chocolate. Let's try milk. Well, no. Let me try the lighter color first. Let me try honey brown first. And if that doesn't look right, then we'll go a little darker. I already have that color over here. Okay, so I'm gonna get a baby white. And we're gonna do our little faux stain thingy technique that we do. And I'm just gonna kind of brush this on and just see how this looks. I think that's gonna work. And then I'll do some like highlights on it, some lines on it to kind of make it really look like wood. Hopefully really look like, I mean, it is wood. It's already wood. You know what I mean? It's got lines on it. But we're going to do more lines so you can really tell that it looks like a real baseball bat. Make sure I'm not missing any of your comments. And all right, let me think. What other colors? So at and the are red. I really hope that I have all the letters to this. I really do, because I had it all laid out to take a picture of it. And then I had to put it aside because I needed my table cleared off so I could pack up orders. And so I grabbed all the pieces and I like threw them over on my Glowforge. That's bad. Do y'all put stuff on top of your Glowforge? I know I'm not supposed to do that, but I don't have anywhere else to put things in my craft room. So I laid it on top of my Glowforge. I hope I didn't lose any pieces to it. I hope I have all my letters. We'll see. I didn't see any on the floor, so. Did we talk about Downton Abbey last time that I went live? Did we talk about that? I don't think we did. So I went to see the new Downton Abbey movie. If you're a Downton Abbey fan, you got to see the movie. It's amazing. It's absolutely perfection. It was everything that you would want it to be. I assure you, it was awesome. I was really impressed with how they did it. Okay, the rest of the letters, I believe. Yep, the rest of the letters. This is actually an easy one to paint. The rest of the letters are blue. So let's do blues. All my letters. And debate on whether I really want to do a paint pen for all of this. I kind of do and I kind of don't. I think I'm going to do All right, I think I'm going to stick with paint, and I'm going to do Ocean Blue by Deco Art. That's a pretty blue. It's a very like USA blue, like red, white, and blue. Perfect for baseball. My brushes are really shot, y'all. I need to take better care of my brushes. I really do. All right, hold on. I know y'all can't see that. Yeah, this is the perfect blue. Got my little angled brush. So I never asked this for my free files, but you guys tell me what you want for a free file for July. I try to stay a little bit ahead of seasons if I can. So I was thinking about making July something back to school. I really hate doing that because, like I've just finished discussing, I'm done with school and I don't want to think about it being back to school. So, you know, but I know as crafters, we need to stay ahead so we can get orders done and have our products out there before it's actually that season. So tell me if you want fall, like if you'd want something pumpkin-y or apple-y, or if you would prefer like a back to school thing. Let me know, like what would you, and do you want it to be a door hanger? My free files are almost always door hangers. I kind of don't know why. I love to make, I do know why. I love to make door hanger files. They're my favorite thing to make. I think it's the circle because I make round door hangers mostly. And I think just knowing that I can like stick a circle on my screen and that like guides me. Like I'm like, okay, versus like just being completely open to like whatever I want to make. You know what I mean? I don't know if that sounds weird or not, but it just gives me like a shape to work with, a background to work with. Some structure in my creativity, I guess. But I don't have to make round ones. I mean, I do make other shapes, but I just do make a lot of round door hangers. Oh no, Diana. Are you just not you're just not feeling it with the crafting lately? I think we all go through slumps like that. I really do. I just think, it's good to take a break from it once in a while because then you enjoy it more. And honestly, sometimes when you turn it into a business, you turn something you love into a business, it takes away some of the joy of what that is because it used to be your go-to like relaxation thing and then it becomes your like work thing, your have to thing versus your want to thing. Do you know what I mean? And so maybe if you can, if you sell, maybe take a break from selling for a while and just make for enjoyment. That's me, like, for any kind of thing that I'm making. Like, I remember in school having to write papers, and I hated writing papers, but I like to write. I just didn't want someone to tell me what to write. Like, I wanted free reign over, like, what to write about. That's just so much more enjoyable. You've been seeing some fall already? Yes, I know, Hobby Lobby apparently has fall. I have not seen it yet because I haven't been in the past like week or so, but I've seen a couple of YouTubers showing the inside of Hobby Lobby when they're doing their shop with me's, and Hobby Lobby's got fall, which doesn't surprise me at all. They do it every year. This is nothing new. And it's fine because I know, if you're going to do like I mean, you guys know, if you're in the crafting industry, you know that fall and Christmas are your Super Bowl. You know, that is it's called fourth quarter, and it is when you can make your most sales. You can make a good amount of income in those months because um people are buying for gifts, and that's just the time of year when people are feeling like they want to cozy up their homes and decorate. And we don't feel that as much in the warmer months because we want to be outside doing and going and traveling and all the things. But like once it hits like those months where you want to like sit by the fire with a cup of hot chocolate, you also want to craft more, and you want to like nest and make your home more warm and cozy. So those projects sell a lot better that time of year. And I love making fall and Christmas projects like files. I was just telling Kara that this morning. We were chatting on the phone, and I was like, I'm really looking forward to my files for like all of my files. But like I was talking about for the clubs, making my Create a Club files and my SVG Clubhouse files. And I'm like, this is when I really get into it because I love making fall and Christmas and winter holiday, like all those files. Those are my favorite. I love Halloween files. I think those are super fun. All the wacky colors and fun things. Oh gosh, Diana, I'm so sorry. Well, I hope you're on the mend. I hope your health is improving and you'll get your mojo back, your crafting mojo, so to speak, and enjoy it again. I go through phases where I like to do different kinds of crafts that like I don't do as a business. Like I actually love to crochet. But here's the weird thing about me is I've literally only ever finished like one crochet project, and it was a infinity scarf. And I will start projects and never finish them. And then by the time I get around to like pulling them out, which is generally if I'm going on a trip in the winter, like if we go on our family ski trip, I'm not a skier, so I prefer just to sit and, either get in a hot tub or like sit and have a glass of wine or a cup of hot cocoa and do something like read a book or crochet. So that's when I go pull my crochet out. Well, by then I have like put it away for the year because I just get busy and distracted and I just don't have time to finish it. So by then I have actually forgotten, like literally completely forgotten how to crochet. And I have to go on YouTube and like teach myself all over again how to do it and the stitches and everything because I totally forget. And I really want to learn to knit. My mother can knit, but I like never took to knitting. I think something about the two needles versus the one crochet hook, like dexterity wise for me, just kind of throws me off for some reason. So my sister and I were actually watching Sex in the City last night. The new, well, it's not new anymore, but the new movie. It's not a movie, it's a series. And just like that, because I've seen it, but she hasn't seen it. So we were watching that. And did anyone watch it and notice the knit blanket that Carrie had that was like a whole bunch of different bright, pretty colors? She had it like after she had, well, I don't want to spoil it. Anyway, I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it. But anyway, she had the blanket, and I don't think it mentions in the movie where the blanket came from. I don't think, but it is the prettiest knit blanket, and I really, really wish that I knew how to make something like that. Okay, so let me put, because I don't want to be so wasteful, I like to put my paint back in my jars here because I don't need these anymore. Oops, I'm making a mess. Got too much blue paint as well. Could probably paint 3 more door hangers with all that blue paint. I always put too much paint. Either too much or too little, mostly too much. Okay. Now I do want to take, I think maybe a chip brush and dirty up my baseball and my, what's it called, home plate a little bit. So I'm gonna, that honey brown, the little bit of honey brown that's still on my plate, I'm gonna take just a dry chip brush and just kind of do that. And just not, I don't want a lot of paint on my brush at all. I just want like a little bit. And I just want to kind of, well, I want more than that. All right, that's not really showing up. Maybe I'm going to have to get more paint out that I just put back in there. Oh, well, just a little bit, a little teeny bit. There we go. Just kind of make it look like there's been some dirt on home plate. Somebody has made it to home base, right? So it just gives it like a little dingy kind of look. Yeah, Sharon, I do that too sometimes. I try to remember to put it back in there. And the same for our baseball. Just kind of dirty up the baseball a little bit. It's landed on the ground. It's been used and loved. And it's just a little bit dirty, like so. Alrighty. And then I think maybe, what do we want to do? I want to do some lines on my baseball bat to give it a more authentic look. So I think maybe I'll take the same brush, and I'm going to have to get my paint back out again. I should have done that at the very end. Just a little bit of that milk chocolate paint, not much. And I'm going to do the same thing with my chip brush. I'm just going to get a bunch of the milk chocolate paint, just a little bit on there, and just kind of do that. Okay. All right, now we want to do some accents. So I'm going to take, I'm trying to think if I want to use a paint pen or a brush. I think I'm going to do a brush this time, and I'm going to grab a round brush. Let me get this one. It's not so big. All right, this is a round tip brush and a little bit of black paint. And I'm trying to copy my little picture that I did, which I did on Procreate. So I'm just going to do this little kind of a zigzag on the bat, like that. And maybe like, probably need more paint on my brush. Like that. And all right, I'm going to do So I'm just going to make some kind of little, just like that on there. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing with white. And you could wait until you get your sign all put together and do this part. Sometimes I do that, but I don't know. I just kind of want to go ahead and do it. Oh, I need more paint on there. This is chalk paint, so. And a lot of times these accents don't look right until you get the whole thing put together, and you just can kind of step back away from it and see what it looks like. I'm trying not to get black paint in my white paint, but I don't want to. I need to get another thing of the Deco Art white paint that's not so thick. That's what I need to do. There we go. Oh, and then our baseball glove. Our baseball glove needs some white. There's some birds outside my window making like weird noises. Okay, and then maybe like just like that. Okay. Now, let's put this together and see what it looks like before we see if we need to add a few more little doodads here and there. All right, again, don't pay attention to my gigantic hanging holes on here because, like I said, this is an irregular board that I had to fix that I'm using just for my own thing, my own door. Okay, so this piece goes down here, and you just kind of line it up with the edge down here at the bottom. And then we've got our filler. And then our glove goes here. And then our letters. So I start with ball field and kind of put that here. All right, this might look crooked because I'm not standing right over it. So I think my camera's crooked. Okay. So ball field, maybe like that. And we're probably at the ball field is what it says. So let me just stick all these letters on and then we'll move them around a little bit and get them where we want them. They're going to be crooked here for a minute. Oh, and you know what? I did lose a piece. This is the dot on the I right there. But my little apostrophe on the weir, that is probably, it probably fell down in my honeycomb tray. So there is a little thingamabob up here, the little apostrophe in the file. I just probably dropped it somewhere. It's probably on my craft room floor in my laser. Just know that it is in there. Okay, so then we're just going to need to kind of fiddle with it a little bit. So I'm not going to glue it while I'm live because obviously I need to really I need to put it on my kitchen counter is what I need to do, because then I can like stand over it, and that's like a good height for me to fix door hangers for some reason is my kitchen counter. So I'm going to do that. And then, like I said, the little apostrophe will be there. I'll move this probably over just a tad. The good thing about shiplap lines, I love shiplap lines when I am making signs that have a lot of letters, because it gives me a line to follow so my letters aren't crooked, because I can't stand letters being crooked. It drives me bonkers. Okay, so that's going to be as straight as I'm going to get it on camera, but that is what it looks like. And then I'm picturing like a really cute, like, red, white, and blue bow on the top of it. So yeah, so that is it. Wait, do I need any more? Oh no, you know what? Hold on. We do need the accents around the outside. Let me do a little bit of that. So I'm going to do some black, and then the little, I don't know what you call those. What do you call those? Hash marks? I don't know what they're called. I do those on sports signs instead of my dots and squiggles that I usually do. My black pen is running out of ink. I might go back over those with a little bit darker. I do want it to look kind of like aged, weathered though. And then I also sometimes I might do, let me get my pen that's not running out of ink if I have one. I think this one's better. Sometimes I'll do some accents on the outside of things like that. I'm looking again. I'm looking at my picture because, oh, there goes my camera. Right at the end, you guys. Seriously. I almost made it. I almost made a whole video without my camera going overhead. Right when I want you to see the end result. Come on, flip sideways. There we go. There we are. Okay, now you can see it. So yeah, so I do like a couple of little things, like sometimes like around the outsides of things, just to kind of give it a little extra like whimsical look. So I like that look. But yeah, that's it. So I'm going to go back over these hash marks with my pen that's like working a little bit better, and glue everything down, and I'll take a picture for you guys. Okay, thank you for joining me. Don't forget to grab this free file while it is free for the month of June before it gets replaced with the next free file. So thanks. I can't talk today, y'all. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next week for another live video, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.